Welcome to Terror Depths. Top 5 scary ghost videos caught on camera. The abandoned theme park. The following video comes from the TikTok user Alan Mora, which shows some friends who decided to explore the abandoned theme park in Mexico, known as Reino Mágico. The theme park was often referred to as the Mexican Disneyland. However, many accidents occurred here, and the place eventually ceased its operations and closed down. Not many years after it was opened, some people believed that the place is actually haunted, seeing as it was built over burial grounds. And more specifically, a statue of Snow White seems to creep many people out in the area. The friends explored the location and noticed something disturbing.
¿No? Sí. Tengo una lamparota super expandex. Ah, bueno, tú tienes tu luz azul. ¿Qué?
Güey, ese es el velador de...
Es el velador, ¿no? Ah, velador. ¡Ey! ¡Velador!
Aguanta, espérate, ey. Shh, no te muevas.
Güey.
No mames, no te muevas de ahí. Güey,
¿Velador?
ese no es el velador, güey.
Güey, no es el velador.
No.
Yo también pensaba que era el velador.
No, aguanta. Deja que mi cámara enfoque bien, Deja que mi cámara enfoque bien, güey. Eso no es el velador. No digas perras mamadas, güey. Perdón. ¡Ey! Se me cayó algo, güey. ¿Qué se me cayó? A la verga. Sentí que se me cayó mi cartera, pero no. ¡Hola! No digas cosas. No. Güey, ¿fue aquí? No digas mamadas, güey. Buenas, velador. No mames. Esta madre no pudo haber salido, está con reja.
Sí.
Está con reja, güey. No digas mamadas, güey. No digas mamadas, Joe. Miren. No digas mamadas, güey.
Yo la vi moverse, güey.
No, Joe. No. No, güey, no mames.
¿Qué fue eso, güey?
No sé.
No mames, güey. No mames.
¿Crees que haya sido ella?
Güey, nos estamos metiendo más adentro del reino mágico. Banda, comparte.
No mames, güey, no mames.
Across the path, the friends see somebody else walking slowly in the park. Upon closer observation, they noticed that the figure is walking in a rather peculiar manner and is also wearing a dress. After a few seconds, the figure disappears out of view, and as they chase after it, they notice a creepy statue of Snow White which has a dress that very closely resembles that of the individual walking by. So could this moving figure be the haunted statue of Snow White? The friends who recorded the video seem to think so, but just what do you think? Is it a ghost or something else entirely? You be the judge. The haunted doll. The following video comes from James Fodder, who recently bought a doll from a second-hand store. Apparently the doll is worth a lot more than what the store was selling it for. For this reason, James had bought the doll. However, ever since bringing it home, strange things have been happening. From hearing strange noises at night to seeing doors open and close on their own, James suspects that the doll might be responsible for the unusual activity in his house, and so he decides to record the doll in front of a camera inside an empty room. He hopes to capture footage of something that would prove it's haunted. Initially, nothing odd is captured in the first few days of recording, but then one night something very strange happens. Now the camera that he uses is programmed to move wherever it picks up movement. So if something moves, it will point to that object. We can see it doing that in this footage. But strangely, the camera pans around the room as though it's picking up movement from somewhere. This is what was captured. Could it be that the camera is detecting an unseen presence? Or is it just not functioning properly? Although it's likely that there's a problem with the camera, something really creepy happens 2 nights later inside the room, which has made him think that the camera was actually picking up something. James is away from home when the following happens. He writes, "Just wow. I've been leaving the closets open in case anyone thinks I'm hiding inside. I don't even know what to say." This is what was captured. Out of James's bathroom comes out what appears to be a dark, shapeless figure. It seems to dart across the floor before disappearing from sight. James believes that this may have been the apparition that was being picked up earlier by the camera. He also thinks that this mysterious figure might be attached to the doll. Ever since then, he's been filming more at night. Little does he know that he would eventually capture something more terrifying than this. James is sleeping in his room upstairs when the following happens. All of a sudden, the doll moves on its own. It appears to move for just a few seconds before abruptly stopping. Feeling very unsettled, James posts the footage online to see if anyone could explain this video. It's not sure if he'll continue to hold on to this doll given what occurred, but it might be best if he keeps it locked up inside this room, as an occurrence like this definitely warrants it. As always, what are your thoughts on this? Had something paranormal occurred or had something else happened? The oddball. The man who uploaded this footage says that he sometimes comes home only to discover that objects have been moved around in his living room, and some even fallen off the walls and shelves. Naturally, since he lives alone with his dog, he suspects that the dog may be to blame for the chaos. So one day he sets up a security camera to watch the living room whenever he's away. And on one night when he returns home to the same mess, he checks the security footage, which leaves his jaw dropping. As you can see, something unseen appears to be moving the ball around, and in the upcoming days, things would get even more bizarre as he would capture more objects moving by themselves. And after hearing some creepy sounds coming from above, he decides to set up a camera inside his attic, which captures these sounds. The attic door can be heard opening and closing by itself, and on one particular night, he hears his dog whimpering loudly, so he goes to see if the dog is okay, and that's when things get a little more terrifying. bizarre radio interference seems to always occur when the activity is present. Maybe this is a sign that something unseen is in the room with them. So, is this a real ghost caught on camera or just a very odd series of events? Let me know. If you have any video recommendations, I'd love to hear from you. Send them over to terrordepths@gmail.com and let me know what you'd like to see next. Lights in the Woods. TikTok user Mr. Fender76 has a whole page based on his family life and work projects. Nothing to do with the paranormal. However, he recently purchased a 2002 Nissan Xterra and decided to install some LED reverse lights on it. And one of his viewers requested that he test out and show the performance of the lights. And so, Mr. Fender decided to head into the woods to showcase his new installation, but managed to capture something absolutely terrifying instead.
The lights are definitely functional, but unfortunately I live in a city and there are street lights everywhere. But I can find a place to go test them. Okay, I found some really dark woods. I just put some tinfoil over the reverse lights. So I'm going to show you what the stock reverse lights look like, and then I'm going to uncover them and show you what the added reverse lights look like. These are the stock reverse lights.
Literally can't see anything.
And these are the ones I just installed. Look how friggin' bright that is. This is amazing. Yeah, so these are not just for looks.
After the car lights turn on, a creepy-looking hand can be seen just sliding back around the tree and into the darkness. Mr. Fender then decided to come back here during the day to take a look.
Okay, this road goes down to the lake, which is right there, and a public boat landing. This is where my truck was backed in. Well, it's actually a path, and that is the tree with the stick leaned up against it. As you can see, people illegally dump stuff out here all the time. Mostly trash, but a lot of animal carcasses too. And this is the tree. And here we are behind the tree. It's where my Xterra was backed in. I'm about 5'10". I'm not a very superstitious person, so you're not going to get much out of me. I just think, if anything, somebody back here.
A creepy hand behind a tree in the complete darkness of the night. And he still thinks it was just a person. To be honest, that would be the scariest possibility. Anyway, what do you think? Ghost or a person or something else? Let me know down below. The new house. This next video comes from the YouTube channel, The Hookah, which we have featured before. The owner of the channel one day heard knocking on his door in the middle of the night, and when he went to check, there was nobody there. Ever since this day, he began to experience creepy paranormal events inside his home, and even captured a shadow figure inside the bathroom. And now he has recently just moved into a new house. And at first, things were all good, and him and his wife were happy. As he did a little tour of the place, by approximately 1 month later, he started hearing noises around the house of what sounded like objects moving by themselves. And on one night, he woke up to more strange sounds. This is what he captured.
My wife is asleep. And I was. So I woke up to some sound. It's not, I swear to God. What was that? Why is my living room light on? That was not on. Fucking creeping me out. Why the fuck is this living room light on? And what the hell was that noise? It's fucking cold. God, it's fucking cold in here. What's that?
Shortly after this activity, returned his health started to deteriorate once again.
It's fucking happening again. I'm not even at home. I had to pull over because my nose just started fucking leaking. The fuck? Why is it fucking doing this? I'm not even at the house anymore.
For the next few days, he would set up a static camera that would capture some strange occurrences around the home. Take a look.
First I was hearing just sounding like stuff moving around or, you know, stuff like that. You know, just normal house noises. And then a couple of voices I've heard. It's kind of freaking me out though, you know. What is that? Hey! Hey, stop!
A chair slides across the hallway by itself and he quickly picks up the camera to go and check it out, but finds nothing there in the direction the chair was moving. The next day, a strange knocking sound can be heard.
Things haven't been okay. I don't know why my phone does that weird thing. But anyways, shit hasn't been cool. Seems like my wife has been working every single day. How many days have I been at home? What the fuck is that? Hold on. Fuck. Who's there?
Unfortunately, the footage ends abruptly and he says the camera just stopped recording on its own. Completely fed up of this haunting following him to his new house, the following day he decides to call the priest over to come and bless the house along with him, his wife, and his dog. It seems to have gone well as they haven't had any bizarre activity ever since. But it hasn't been very long, so we never know if it may return or not. You can keep an eye out for any returning paranormal activity over on their YouTube channel, The Hookah. Thank you for watching. Dive into the depths of terror and share my videos. See you soon.